So I'm gonna go ahead and just say this and get it out of the way. The company does not know I exist. I am not sponsored. I feel like a lot of people on YouTube are. I mean, well, it's obvious that they are. Now, I purchased this, and honestly, I was incredibly nervous because this is the Boss Mood palette from Morphe, but I purchased some of the 15 palettes, like the 15 Brunch Babe. I have the 15 Night Master here, and I have another one that's more fall colors, and I didn't like them at all. Like, I'm stuck with 3 palettes that just, I mean, the pigment is not good. Like, I don't know what happened, but I just really wasn't satisfied. We'll just leave it at that. So when I saw this, I was like, you know, let me, one more shot. Let me give them another shot. So I bought this, and I bought the Dare to Create palette, which, oh my god, this thing is huge. I have not used this one yet. This is over here. I will be using it sometime soon, probably this weekend, maybe even after I make this video I might play around with it. But I really liked the colors that were in the Boss Mood palette. I mean, look at this. You guys know I love greens, I love reds, purples I'm okay with. I have olive skin, so it tends to come off like someone punched me in the face, and that's not cute, but I do my best. I try really hard. So when I saw these greens, I was like, I'm gonna bite the bullet. I'm gonna try it. We'll see if I like it. And I like the ones I've tried. I like the shades that I've tried. I have so much yet to try in this palette, but I mean, I'm kind of living for this look, okay? Green is my favorite color. You guys know that by now, I'm sure, because I told you a million times. It's freaking pretty, and I wanted to share how I got this look with you guys. So I do have a piece of tape lined up right here on my eye, and I had taken the Tarte Shape Tape in Light Sand, and I went ahead and carved out right under my brow to make it really nice and crisp, and then I brought it down onto my lid to use as a primer because we are using some bright shades. Now I do have some paint pots I could use that are like white. I think it's called Chroma White or something. I don't know. It's in my drawer, but I could have used that, but what I don't like about this palette is the only shade that is like super light that I could use for a brow highlight is really shimmery. And so I was like, you know what, let me just go ahead and put some concealer on, and then I will take my Bare Minerals contour palette and take the lightest shade in here and pop it on. So that's what I have done. Those are the only 2 like eyeshadow products I've used on my eyes. So I'm gonna take this big fat fluffy brush, and I'm going to reach into this neon green shade right here. And it doesn't matter if it's a little messy looking, guys. I mean, really, you just blend, 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 blend. And so I'm gonna go ahead and just put this all over my crease and above my crease, and I'm just gonna go to town. Like, I'm gonna be blending upwards and outwards, and it's gonna look a little crazy at first, and that's okay. So I've got this going on right here, and it's actually, it's decently pigmented. Okay, so next I'm gonna hop in with this green shade right here that's right next to it. And as the greens progress, they start to look more of like an olive army green. So with this one, I am just gonna put it right in the crease. A little bit's gonna go above, and that's totally fine. I need a little bit of dimension to separate that neon though. Next, I'm going in with this shade right here, and this is more of like an army green. And with this color right here, I'm going right on the crease, and I'm bringing a little bit onto my eyelid. I'm going to use an even darker green to go all over the lid, and this is really going to kind of help merge everything together and transition from like a super bright pop of green to like an olive kind of drab green. Next, I'm gonna hop in and grab this shade right here, and this is that very, very super olive like drab shade, and it's going all over my entire eyelid because I'm going to apply a different shade on that later, and I want to make sure I've got a really dark base for what I'm going to be doing next. So there's really no method to the madness, just patting it on. Stopping at the crease, of course. Now I'm going to go in and grab that same shade, and I have just a little tiny crease brush. I'm going to be doing some blending to kind of melt everything together before I go in with a metallic shade or a glittery shade, because I want to make sure everything looks really, really nice and seamless. And it's really hard to blend everything after you put a metallic shade on. Next, I'm going to go in with a flat paddle C brush, and I'm taking my MAC Prep and Prime. So I will be spritzing my brush, and then I'm going to grab a shade in here, which is right here. And this is a very pretty metallic shimmery olive. Now with this, I'm going to go ahead and follow the curve of my eyelid, and I'm going to wing this color out like a cat eye. This is not for the faint of heart, by the way. Like, if you couldn't already tell. I love bold eyeshadow. You guys know me by now. This is my jam. And I am going to just kind of create a graphic cat eye. So I'm going along the tape, and I'm going to create that cat eye. Just like that. And it kind of wings up a little bit. I don't know if you guys can see that. We're gonna let that dry for just a bit. So while I'm waiting for that to completely dry, I'm gonna go ahead and hop into my contour palette here from Bare Minerals, and I'm gonna take this shade right here, which is the highlight shade, and I'm applying this right below the brow bone, because this palette does not have a matte skin tone for me. So this is just going to kind of help make everything pop and kind of melt into one another. Next, I'm going to go ahead and take my finger, and I'm going to grab that same shade that I used damp, and I'm just applying it to like kind of like the main part of my eyelid, and I'm just going to pat it. Then I'm going to go into the shade right next to it. Then I'm hopping into this shade right here. I'm going to do the exact same thing. So taking it dry on my finger, I'm patting this on almost the center. And this is just going to cause a little bit of dimension here. So then I'm going to go in one more time, I promise, just one more time, to grab this yellow shade right here, and I'm going to use it with my finger dry, just like I did the other two shades. This is literally going just as a spotlight on the very, very center of my eyelid. And you guys will see, like, it just has this beautiful effect. I freaking love it. I'm going to put a little bit more on. Don't judge me. Next, I'm going to do the under eye area, and this was a little bit time consuming, just a little bit tedious. I'm going in with that same neon green shade that I used earlier, and with this, I'm not gonna be conservative. I'm gonna just like put it everywhere. Like, we can buff blend and fix this up as we need to, but I want that color payoff and I want it bad. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this all the way to this like little dip that I have here. Now I'm gonna go ahead and take a little tiny brush, and I'm going to just kind of blend the edge here because I don't want it to look too crazy, and I have some darker colors that are gonna come right on top of it, and it's gonna be a gradient as we get closer to the actual lash line. So I'm gonna go in with this shade right here, and I am going to keep it a little bit above the very bottom edge of that neon green that we used. I don't know whether I should call this like a pukey green because it reminds me a little bit more of like camo for some reason. So next I'm going to go ahead and go in with a black liner. This is from Molly. This is the Evercolor Starlight Waterproof Liner. Now I'm applying this to my waterline, and then while it's still kind of setting, I'm going to smudge it out like crazy. So now I did actually ask for you guys to leave me a comment on what the best darkest black eyeliner and brown eyeliner happen to be, and someone did comment and they mentioned ColourPop, and I have the ColourPop liners. I don't really like them that much, and I feel bad saying that because I know a lot of people really enjoy them. They don't really, like, when I bought them they were kind of dry, so I wasn't really thrilled with that. I could probably place another order and see if maybe I get some that are a little bit more fresh. I don't know. I mean, if I had to guess, that would probably be what happened, is they weren't as fresh as they could be. I'm gonna go ahead and smudge this real quick just while this is setting. But I'm gonna go ahead and try and place an order again and see if maybe I can get some, because I bought like 8 or 9 of them and they were all just kind of dry. So we'll see. It could be like they may have been sitting for like a while, I don't know. So now I'm going to take another pencil and I'm going to go in and grab the darkest green shade in here that we used, and it's this olive shade. So with this, I'm going to go right on top of that black liner underneath my lashes. And I'm going to kind of smudge and blend, and that's just so pretty. Should I wear this to work? Comment down below. Holla at your girl. Let me know if I need to wear this to work, because I feel like I do. And my boss said that I could wear crazy makeup to work. In fact, she's like, why don't you? And I'm like, I don't know. And basically, I'm kind of lazy. Some mornings I get up like right in the nick of time. And if I go to bed really late, listen, me getting up an hour early to do my makeup and hair, nope. So next I'm gonna go ahead and line my upper lashes. So I'm going to take the Nars cream eyeshadow, and this is in Zardoz, and I have an angled brush. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick and line them. I'm gonna be doing that off camera, but I'm just gonna be following the tape and kind of bringing it as close to this as I can without it merging. So that way it's like a double cat eye. One is like a graphic cat eye and one's just gonna be like a black definition line. So I'm gonna do that and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I did go ahead and finish my face off camera, and I do apologize. I just wanted to hurry up and get it done so I could share with you guys what I used and show you guys the finished look with mascara and everything. So I did go ahead and apply the mascara, and it's the same one that I always use. It's the Wet n Wild Lash-O-Matic Duo. It has little fibers, works wonderfully well, by the way. Now I did go ahead and conceal under my eyes, and I mixed 2 shades together from Tarte. So I have these shape tapes in light medium and light sand. This would be way too dark, and this is almost the same color as my skin right now. So I was like, let's mix these 2 together, and it was perfect. So I set that with the Bare Minerals Mineral Veil Finishing Powder, which I have right here. I have the big deluxe size. And then for contour, I went in with the Bare Pro palette here. This is the Tan to Dark Contour Face Shaping Powder Trio from Bare Minerals. And you guys know already how much I love that. So just to kind of bronzen up things, and I use this as a blush as well, I had actually taken the Bare Minerals face color in A Little Sun. It actually warmed up my cheeks, so it does have a little bit of like a rosy glow to it, and it has little speckles of gold, and I thought that was really nice. But of course, I wanted to go all out because the eyes were all out, right? For the highlight, I did take the Mary Luminizer, and this is from the Balm, and I just applied this to the very tip of my nose and onto my cheekbones. For the lips, I did go in with a Bare Minerals lipstick. This is the Gen Nude Matte Liquid Lipstick in Boss. With the weather changing, my lips have been so bad and chapped and just really dry lately. So I have 6 shades from Bare Minerals. I need more, but these are the only lipsticks I can wear with my lips being this dry, where it doesn't look terrible. That's basically it for this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I have a lot of colors in that palette that I want to play with. I don't know what I'm gonna do next. Like, I have multiple ideas. Just when I look at the colors, I'm like, ooh, I could do this and this and this. So I'm gonna have to have more time with it. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. If you did, give me a thumbs up, definitely subscribe. It really does help me out, and I'll see you guys in my next video.